Before the end of the year 2024, a lot of things are being unpacked in the Western African states, and particularly in ECOWAS and also the Sahel states. On 25th of December, General Abdurahman Tiani, the president of Niger, he has given an interview on a national television, which is transmitted in two local language, in Hausa, Zarma, and also in French. Now, he himself was also speaking in French. He unpacked, or he revealed actually a lot of intels that the Nigerian, meaning the Niger's government, has gathered that has to do, Bola Tinubu's of the ECOWAS, or the Nigerian president, and also France in a lot of it, how they tried to sabotage Niger's, the development program, and many other things. The amount of intel that these leaders have really is mind-blowing, which is good for them. Now, without further ado, it's close to 2 hours, so there's no English version to it, but this channel has given a sum of it. So a summary of it, Africa Powerful is the name of the YouTube channel. So I'm going to invite you to see that. I am sharing it, so let's watch it.
On December 25th, 2024, General Abdurahman Tiani, chairman of the National Council for the Protection of the Homeland in Niger, delivered a groundbreaking 3-hour television interview that sent shockwaves across Africa and beyond. Broadcast in Hausa, Zarma, and French, the session resembled a masterclass in geopolitics, where Tiani unveiled a series of grave accusations supported by meticulous intelligence. He detailed a grand conspiracy orchestrated by France, along with its regional allies, to recolonize West Africa. His revelations touched upon 5 major areas, each brimming with implications for Africa's sovereignty and security. General Tiani made the explosive claim that France has been funding terrorism across West Africa, funneling billions of francs into groups like Boko Haram. He revealed documents proving that the former Nigerian government, under French coordination, had been secretly paying salaries to terrorists. Tiani expressed his outrage at this betrayal, stating, "We discovered to our astonishment that the former regime was paying salaries to terrorists with French coordination." This revelation, he argued, not only jeopardized Niger's security, but also exposed the West's hypocrisy in claiming to combat terrorism while simultaneously enabling it. Tiani exposed covert French operations to establish military bases in Borno State, Nigeria, and provided precise coordinates of secret training facilities in Benin and Ivory Coast. According to him, these camps currently host over 400 individuals undergoing training for subversive activities aimed at destabilizing Niger and its neighbors. He stated, "France is attempting to establish permanent military footholds under the guise of counter-terrorism. These bases are nothing more than instruments of control and destabilization. This conspiracy," he added, "underscores France's ambitions to tighten its grip on the region." The general did not shy away from naming and shaming regional leaders who, he claimed, had betrayed Niger for personal gain. He accused Nigerian President Bola Tinubu of accepting bribes from France, demanding transparency from him. Tinubu received money in France, and the people of Nigeria deserve an explanation. Tiani also highlighted the clandestine activities of Benin's president Patrice Talon, revealing that he had made 9 secret visits to Paris to conspire against Niger. Tiani described these betrayals as a stab in the back from nations that Niger once considered allies. Tiani accused France of waging an all-out economic war to cripple Niger's progress. He revealed how France has obstructed Niger's attempts to sell uranium to European markets, which is vital to Niger's economy, pressured corporations like Toyota to halt the sale of military vehicles to Niger. These actions, Tiani claimed, are calculated efforts to weaken Niger's economy and force the country into submission. He declared, "Our resources are ours. and we will not allow foreign powers to dictate how we use them. Tiani lambasted the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, describing it as a French puppet that serves the interests of its former colonial master rather than those of West African nations. He rejected ECOWAS's decision to extend Niger's transitional period, asserting, "Their decisions do not concern us. Our position is firm and irreversible. We will not bow to external pressure." Tiani concluded his interview with a defiant and patriotic message, calling on Nigerians to stand united against neo-colonialism. "We know where we came from and where we are going. We expelled France on July 26, 2023, and our position is clear: homeland or death." He urged his people to show resilience and solidarity in the face of mounting external pressures, emphasizing the importance of safeguarding Niger's sovereignty. The detailed accusations leveled by General Tiani have sparked a wave of introspection and debate across Africa. His revelations not only challenge the traditional narratives of Western engagement with Africa, but also demand a re-evaluation of regional alliances and the role of institutions like ECOWAS. As the continent absorbs these revelations, a new wave of political consciousness is emerging. African nations are now being called upon to unite, resist external exploitation, and chart a path toward true independence and development. The fight for sovereignty, as exemplified by General Tiani and other revolutionary leaders, serves as a beacon of hope for a continent that has endured centuries of exploitation. These bold actions and revelations are reshaping Africa's political landscape and signaling the dawn of a new era, one where Africa demands respect, autonomy, and accountability on its own terms. The revelations made by General Tiani are not just about Niger. They speak to the broader challenges faced by Africa in its quest for independence and self-determination. These accusations, if validated, expose the deeply entrenched systems of exploitation that have hindered Africa's development for centuries. Tiani's bold stance serves as a wake-up call for African nations to reassess their alliances, demand accountability from their leaders, and reject systems that perpetuate dependency and exploitation. This moment is a turning point in Africa's history. Revolutionary leaders like Tiani are igniting a wave of political consciousness, proving that Africa can and must take control of its destiny. By exposing these conspiracies and standing firm against external pressures, they are laying the foundation for a future where Africa's vast potential is harnessed for the benefit of its people. The road ahead will not be easy, but as Tiani's declaration makes clear, homeland or death, we choose sovereignty, dignity, and progress.
So, these terrorists are currently benefiting from material support, financial support, and training support from France, with, of course, the complicity of other Western powers. Because if they simply told France to stop, I am sure France. But since they are complicit and Niger deserves a correction, it is of course necessary to supervise the terrorists so that ultimately Niger falls and it is proven to the world, to Africa, and to Nigeria in particular, that we are not worthy of any self-determination, that we are not worthy of taking responsibility for ourselves, and that we are nothing but incapable.
Stop met het huilen van je tijd voor geld. Als je je tijd ruilt voor geld, is de enige manier.
Praised and exalted is ourselves, and that we are nothing but incapable. But Allah, may He be praised and exalted, is with the truthful, and God willing, they will fail. The destabilization strategy is simple. It consists, firstly, as I said, of financing, equipping, training, and positioning terrorist movements along the border of the Confederation, not only of Niger, but of the Confederation, because the objective is the dismantling of the Confederation. In this sense, what did the French do with, of course, the accompaniment of the European Union, which remains, despite the evidence, attached to the deadly and crazy policy of the French authorities? The French positioned, already on the 25th, I emphasize, the night of October 25th to 26th, 2023, equipment in the Lake Chad Basin at the time when they withdrew, when they disengaged from Niger, passing of course by land which links us with the sister Republic of Chad. They made contact with the terrorists. They offered them, the terrorists of the Bakura wing with Abu their leader, and the terrorists of the ISWAP wing with Abu Musa al-Barnawi as leader, financing, training, and equipment on the condition that these movements agree to go to war against the Republic of Niger, on the condition that these movements accept that French troops occupy the Lake Chad Basin, certain islands that we know, but whose name we keep silent for obvious reasons. They made this proposal to the two wings of the former Boko Haram of Yusuf Mohammed, if you remember.
Well, yeah, that is like, the tip of an iceberg from a 3 hours long interview. Once that is available, we will bring you the full interview. But this kind of gives you the gist of, what Nigeria and other ECOWAS leaders are capable of doing against the Alliance of the Sahel states and how they are moving, equipping, regrouping, just to sabotage the sovereignty of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. On one hand, they say they are like the good guys handing an olive branch. We put them. We have an open door policy, so we give them 6 months, this and that. But on the other hand, you see, the last trip that Bola Tinubu, like 3 weeks ago to France, where he stayed like as a work visit for 3 days or something, that is something that is questionable. And, as President Tiani said, the Nigerian people have to hold Bola Tinubu accountable, and that money that he said he got for some kind of program, that needs to be really analyzed and transparent for what he's going to use it. Bola Tinubu, after all, we shouldn't be surprised. It's CIA leaked information said that he is an asset of CIA, basically. So he's doing what he's assigned to do. He came from, many allegedly, he's a drug dealer that made his way up to be the president of Nigeria with fraud election, where the Westerners says, like they come as an observer and they say, oh, it's a fair election, true and fair election. It's sad, this has been our history. Like, we all Africans have taken part in their own demise. We have been removing, assassinating, murdering, in all the things, like, yes, on the top it could be the white man or the colonial masters, but really on the ground, it's our own people who are enabling and prosecuting all the plans against our own people. Anyway, let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? The problem I see is Jamaica. Okay, that is the name of the town. The people of Nigeria need to protest against Tinubu. He is a dog that's trying to destroy Africa. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Nigerians have enough enough reason to go after Bola Tinubu. What he's doing to Dangote and others. I mean, I don't know what Nigerians are waiting for. Simone, hello. When is this rat of Tinubu man going to crawl back into the sewage? He's a complete sellout to the man. Definitely, yeah. Well, we leave it to the Nigerians. Our job is here to inform. Next, I'm going to come back again in an hour time and, bring you, or maybe less, some developments in Burkina Faso. Until then, it's a bye-bye from me. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share the video with others. Supporters, I just shared our PayPal account and buy me a coffee link to make it easier, so you can donate through that. Yeah, let us know in the comment section. Hello, Rico. Peace and love also. Oh, from Los Angeles. All right, then. Thank you, all of you, for being here. You guys are like what keeps me going. So thank you so much. It means a lot. Bye-bye.